that's a good one. It might be the best clap.
A sports coach, so used to
that's I'm ready for
getting attention.
Yeah. Welcome. Oh, you also, I'll stand here and then you can.
Do you want me to talk to you at the camera?
Me.
Okay.
Cool. So, welcome. If you give me. You already
Yeah. I know the whole team trying to sync the audio and that is, it's torture.
Can you tell us who you are and what you do around the games industry / culture?
Cool. Hey everyone, my name is Jerome. I am the marketing manager for Leonard Square and Lively. I'm also the chair of the DI organisation Connected.
So I am TS Villa and I'm a variety streamer on Twitch and create content on YouTube.
My name is the Queen of Shuba. I'm a variety streamer, content creator.
Yeah, I'm Layla. I'm also known as Twisted Humanoid in the creator world.
Okay.
So I'm a Twitch streamer.
Hi, I'm Nikki Stones. I'm Dublin's drag K-pop idol. I am the UK and Ireland's only drag partner on Twitch. And I'm just a drag artist who plays a lot of video games.
As marketing manager, a lot of the things that I do is channeling the voice for the two studios. So we have two sibling studios, and that's for articles, it's for social media management, things like that. But as for the DEI aspect of things, a lot of the work that I do is working with really cool organizations that support aspiring talent to find career paths in the games industry.
What was your motivation for specifically starting a company and making a game?
So after I completed my masters, I had a passion project. I've been thinking of this law in my head for such a long time.
For me, in terms of what options there were in the games industry, I was always I don't think I probably had a similar thought process, which is if you make games, you're in the games industry, you're an artist or you're a programmer. In reality, there's so many different parts of the industry in and of itself, like HR, for example, the area of well-being in a game studio. All these facets come together to create something that actually works and is sustainable.
So I've been gaming my whole life, and obviously lockdown happened. The world kind of shut down, and I thought for fun, because me and my friends are a very chaotic group, why not stream it and see where we can go? And literally the first stream we did on Rainbow Six Siege, played a game in a group, everybody loved it, it became a big thing, and from there I just kept going. The motivation was the people. The more people that were indulging with me and kind of giving me feedback, the more reason I kept going.
Well, I sat down and I looked at what kind of made me happy and what made me excited to be in the space, and it was always looking forward to the next big game, looking forward to an update that's coming out, and I was like, how can I bring that? How can I make content that I'm excited to make? And I love sitting down and drafting my content and finding stuff that gets me excited for it, and it translates well when I make the content and I'm like, this game looks amazing, and people can see that and it connects like that.
I used to write for a video game website, just writing reviews, previews, articles, things like that. And I just like informing people, getting other people hyped about a game, essentially. And through that, I decided towards the end of last year, because I was having trouble trying to find a job, I thought, I'm going to try and create some opportunities myself. So I decided to start streaming video games that people might not know much about. I wanted to focus it entirely on, or for the most part, on 2D video games, because that's what I grew up with. And yeah, essentially my aim was to bring attention to games developers that people might not know about.
For you, was there a game that got you into gaming?
I've kind of dabbled in games here and there from when I was young, but I wasn't really involved. And then during lockdown, I got a Nintendo Switch and I got Animal Crossing. So with the timing of everyone being inside and lockdown, that was it then.
It's not really game, but D&D is probably the best example of that. I love those sorts of things. But in terms of narrative stories, probably I really enjoyed Tell Me Why and Life is Strange.
But the game that came to mind was Streets of Rage 2. I remember years ago on Sega, I remember playing that and just thinking to myself, this game is so fun and the music is so good and was difficult in a way where he challenged me to want to go like actually complete it. I didn't end up completing, unfortunately. I was too young and it was too difficult. Yeah. But I'll say in my later years, the game that got me into like competitive gaming and made me want to like just play more competitively and seriously was probably Tekken 5.
I'll say the game that really got me into gaming was God of War, the franchise. First started playing it on the PSP. Then I literally just followed the franchise ever since, and that literally just made me stick with having a PlayStation.
Earliest gaming memory would probably be when I got a Game Boy Advance SP. You remember the one that was like the flippy one and had the tribal design on it? I got that when I was like 5 or 6, and I had Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire on it. Although I don't like Harry Potter at the moment because we don't talk about that. Hashtag trans rights.
Actually, my earliest gaming memory, my dad actually brought home, I don't know if you ever saw like the kind of mini arcade, and it was Space Invaders. And so it had like, with the joysticks and the buttons. And I remember being really, really young playing Space Invaders every day. That's probably like my very first actual interaction with gaming.
That's the best game.
Yeah.
God of War. So I was gonna go into a God of War talk about all.
Yeah.
What's been your like biggest achievement so far in games?
I would say it was when I gathered most of the people who work at our video game studio, almost 50 people, in Miami for our first ever global conference.
Oh, right. I need to work for Uplift Games.
Yes. Yeah, no, that was really special. Like,
Lando Norris once kicked me out of a car. That was pretty cool.
Okay.
That was great.
Feels like there's a police report.
Well, yeah. No, he was actually very lovely. It was one of my first like professional presenting jobs. I had the opportunity to work with McLaren in Formula One, which was super exciting. So I was I still am a big Formula One fan, and so are several family members. So I had something with the gaming career that I could point to and be like, this is a thing, it's real, and I can support myself, and it's really fun. So that I think is one of like my biggest and best memories of the course of my career.
My biggest achievement so far, I could be like, Twitch ambassador, or being on like the front page of Twitch and like streaming to thousands. But like, I honestly be lying if I said that, because to me, my biggest achievement is things like getting to work with Nintendo or Square Enix. I got to go to the Tears of the Kingdom launch and the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth launch. Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game of all time, so just getting to be there, my younger self would have lost their damn mind. It would have been like exploded everywhere.
It's a community that I've built. I freaking love them. And on YouTube, we've been through ups and downs. I got hacked recently. They rallied to help me out with it. And I feel like they just make me feel so welcomed. I always say, like, when I go to my Discord server, it just feels like I'm going to my living room, and then I find people making like a birthday surprise for me, and I didn't know. Like, I always just see them there engaging and being so kind to me. Anytime I want to try any form of content, they're welcoming anything that I do, any changes that I make. They're like, do whatever you want. And they support me all the way. So I feel like this community that I founded, it's the biggest achievement that I've ever dreamed of. And I'm actually doing it. So it's really good.
I'm really proud that we made that happen, because it was something that we hadn't done before and involved a lot of moving parts.
Yeah. I mean, any Miami trips planned in the future? What piece of advice would you give to your younger self, knowing what you know now?
I think start creating early. Create as much as you can, whether it's drawing, painting, writing, making music, everything. And then share it as well. Don't be afraid of sharing it with people. Because only you can tell your story, and it's so unique and special, and it needs to be told, and I think everybody should be an artist. So yeah, more art is the answer, I think. I think it's the answer to every ill in our world.
Trust in the process, to actually... I would also tell myself that there are opportunities in the games industry, a lot of the time, I think that there was it was almost like, it's really, it's really unlikely that you'll be able to, find a career in games, or you won't, Thankfully, I did hear things like, the sky is the limit, I'm able to do whatever it is I want growing up, which is really helpful. But as for like, okay, cool, like where are the opportunities? You know, it's very difficult to see that gap. But I would tell myself as well to seek mentorship. You know, I'd say that's an invaluable asset for me. You know, the mentorship programs, there's a few that I would recommend, like one of the Bain Games mentorship program, into the Fishbowl one as well. They're really cool and networking opportunities as well. So, I mean, obviously being my younger self, I would tell myself that, you know, when I get older to do those things. But as a child, I would say to just to continue on with pushing and being creative and pursuing what I have in mind, you know, and let's not give up on any dreams.
Just enjoy it. Just have fun with it. Don't let all the negativity infiltrate and change your perspective on a somewhat positive career.
Stop worrying about people judging you or what are they gonna say? Are they gonna say like, oh, you're a tomboy? Why aren't you being like? In Lebanon, they compare you a lot to your cousins. They're like, oh, why aren't you being like your cousin? Like, it's me. I'm Stephanie. That's me. That's who I am. I love video games.
For yourself, like, what does the word gamer mean to you?
It's about people who like to escape kind of reality and create a story for themselves. Obviously, you've got like story games, and then you can play the story yourself, not just watch it.
You're able to be resilient through all the different types of challenges that come your way. When you're playing video games, you're thrown with different obstacles, bosses, different levels are harder. You're having to be putting yourself into situations that you have to be adaptable. You have to be able to take patience with your own self as well. And it's all that for the prize of being able to move on to the next level. So for me, gaming and gamers are people who see the bigger picture.
The common thing that all gamers have, regardless of the connotations attached to it, and this is something that can't be ignored, is people that like playing video games like to overcome obstacles. I feel like that's the main crux of a video game. You're never going to pick up a game and just be good at it automatically. A lot of times in life, people do things, they fail, they quit. But gamers, if you want to consider yourself a gamer, you're going to pick up a game, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I may not be good now, but I'm going to persevere, push through, play the video game until I'm good at it, until I complete it, until I make some sort of progress.
Would you have classed yourself as a proper gamer before that switch?
Not really. I kind of dabbled. I played like Sly Raccoon and a couple of other games on my PlayStation 2 way back in the day and stuff. But yeah, all like the old Xboxes and CODs and things like that. That was more for my brothers. They were on there arguing over who has what times. I just kind of left them to it.
It's just really nice, and I just love it so much. And like, being a gamer doesn't mean that you don't touch grass, even though we don't. But it doesn't mean that you don't. I mean, we went outside today to do this. Exactly, we've been outside.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But like, that's not the stereotype. It's like a community of people that love something, like whether it be racing games, whether it be RPGs, JRPGs, MMOs and stuff like that. It's all like one big community.
I think gaming is about having fun. I think it's about connecting with other people. I have met so many people I probably would never have bumped into on the street, you know, coming to events and everything, you know, I don't know, it means a lot. I think being a gaming mum as well can come with such negative connotations as well. It's not the norm for a mum to game. For a dad to game, very reasonably normal for a dad to game with their child, but for a mum to game with their son or daughter is not viewed in the same way. So people kind of look at you and go, you game? What, you play FPS games with your son? You play Fortnite? And it's kind of like, well, yeah, because it's fun and we have a lot of enjoyment, and you know, why is it any different to taking your kid to the park or taking them trampolining or something like? It's exactly the same thing. It is something to do where you can, you know, where they can have fun, and you know, there is so much more to gaming, you know, when it comes to, I get it a lot, and I get it a lot because one, I'm a mum, two, I'm a streamer. So there is also that whole thing of, what, your mum streams on Twitch as well. Like, it's, you know, you get that from your kid's friends, but then also I talk quite freely about it with other mums and dads that I do stream because I'm not ashamed of it. I think it's awesome and I really enjoy it. I love that I stream with my son. So, and we have a lot of fun doing it. So,
That's very cool.
you know, there's not many kids that can say that their mums stream with them.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and we get to go to cool events together as creators and stuff. So that's also a lot of fun.
Cool, that works. Let me just double check that. I'm not missing anything.
I feel like I was rambling, I'm sorry.
No, it's cool because we'll edit, so we'll have like different bits of different people's answers. Okay, this wasn't like a Street Fighter thing. It's just you. Yeah, okay, that's where
that would make for a really good story. If I
played Street Fighter and I got a Street Fight with
Lando Norris, it's a whole thing. Yeah, that would have been a good through line. That's a shame. Maybe I can make that happen still.
Yeah.
It's not too late.
Just call him back up. Part 2. Hey there, I'm Nigel from My Matter. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other great videos we have on the channel. You can also join the Gamepad Discord and check out the next event at gamepad.events. We'll see you soon.